Hi, my name is Jed Evans and I'm the Young Farmer Coordinator for Georgia Farm Bureau. I want to talk a few minutes today about the 2014 Young Farmer Discussion Meet and how you can prepare for success. Each year, American Farm Bureau Federation sends 5 topics. It's important to research all 5 of these questions. At Jekyll Island, we will randomly draw 2 topics to discuss during the preliminary rounds. After preliminary rounds have concluded, the top 16 competitors will advance on to the Sweet 16, where a third question, drawn randomly, will be discussed. 4 competitors will advance from the Sweet 16 to the Final 4, where a fourth and final question will be discussed. These same questions will be discussed during the American Farm Bureau Discussion Meet in San Diego in January of 2015. The questions for 2014 are: 1. How would the condition of government-managed public lands change if they were managed privately? What are the pros and cons of government ownership of land versus private ownership? 2. Should farmers and ranchers be held liable for possible foodborne illnesses when the food item of concern can be traced back to their farms or ranches? Why or why not? 3. The Farm Bill crop insurance provisions offers a safety net for crop loss due to natural disaster and/or price risk. Should a safety net for livestock producers be developed, and what provisions might it include? 4. How can young farmers and ranchers work to encourage membership growth and member engagement for the county, state, and national Farm Bureau organizations? And 5. How should our nation's policies balance concerns about food insecurity against concerns about the safety or environmental impact of modern agricultural technologies? What role should farmers have in discussing and debating these issues in our society and with our lawmakers? Here you can see a score sheet that will be used to judge the competition. There are 6 different areas that will be scored: cooperative attitude, problem solving and implementation, delivery, analysis of topic or problem, opening statement, and closing statement. We'll talk more about each of these areas in the following slides. Cooperative attitude is the most important part of the discussion meet, as it is worth a total of 200 points. Remember, this is a discussion meet, not a debate. The goal of the discussion meet is to help us as young farmers develop our communication skills so that we can create stronger, more viable County Farm Bureau boards of directors across our state moving forward. Treat the discussion meet as a board meeting. Judges are trained to know that this is not a point and counterpoint debate, and competitors who work closely with other competitors will find success. Small phrases, such as the ones listed on this slide, help foster meaningful conversation and show your fellow competitors that you are willing to work with them. A big part of cooperative attitude is encouraging discussion from all competitors. Sometimes this means including fellow panelists who have not had an opportunity to say very much. It also includes being courteous to others, even if you disagree with their point of view. I know that you will have excellent points that you wish to bring forward during the discussion, but remember that others also have points that they would like to bring to light, and sometimes their points of view may be just what your discussion needs. This is not a bad thing. A great discussion meet competitor will realize when a good point is brought up and will help develop the idea, not shoot it down because they didn't come up with it. Remember, we are all playing on the same team and trying to develop policy that will help enhance the farm sector and the rural way of life. The discussion meet allows us to share points of view and develop a strategy to make our way of life better and more profitable for all involved. Problem solving and implementation is an often overlooked yet vitally important piece of the discussion meet. Too many times we get caught up in the opening and closing statements and delivery that we forget what we're really trying to do, which is to find a solution to a problem or question. Researching the questions, having a good understanding of the question at hand, and talking it out with fellow panelists will allow you to develop solutions to whichever questions you are discussing. Do your homework on Farm Bureau's policy, think of ways that the questions affect your personal life, and come prepared to offer solutions that you think will work. Keep in mind that you are encouraged to build upon other competitors' ideas. You can never tell when something may be discussed during one of these rounds that one day may affect national policy in Washington, D.C. Competitors will be judged on their delivery, among other things. This is an easy category to score well in. A couple of things to remember. 1. Dress for success. I'm not saying that you have to be in your Sunday best, but I do encourage you to present yourself in a suitable manner. My dad always taught me that it's better to be overdressed than underdressed, and in this case that certainly holds true. 2. Act like you want to be there. Your actions and your voice inflection will show the judges that you care about the topic you're discussing. At the same time, remember that this is designed to replicate a County Farm Bureau board meeting, so don't be too flamboyant. Don't talk too fast. Rather, speak clearly and use proper voice inflection. This is something that I sometimes struggle with, but to win the discussion meet, you've got to pay attention to the little things. Analysis of topic or problem. Simply put, judges will score your ability to identify what the problem actually is and that you understand the question at hand. If you are talking about the importance of water in Georgia, don't bring up agricultural issues in Brazil. These two topics are only loosely affiliated. My point is this: know what the topic is and stay on track. You're being charged with developing ideas on 5 specific problems. Find data and facts that support these questions, figure out as a group which ones may have merit, and drill them down. You may need to help the others on your panel stay on track. This is important, but do so in a courteous manner. The bottom line here is that you know what the topic or problem is and that you help develop ideas that will alleviate the problem at hand. Though only worth 100 points, the opening statement is a vital piece of the discussion meet. This is your one shot to impress the judges and start off on the right foot. You should prepare opening statements for all 5 questions prior to arriving on Jekyll Island and have them well learned. Opening statements don't need to be gimmicky. However, it's not a bad idea to base statements on quotes or ideas you've learned from someone you respect. You have exactly 30 seconds to deliver your opening statement. My advice is to have a 27-second opening statement memorized for each question that you can deliver flawlessly. Nailing your opening statement will increase your confidence as you go into the general discussion time. Opening statements will be delivered in voluntary order. It does not matter which order you go in. Judges do not care if you're the first, second, or last person to deliver your opening statement. They do care if you say it flawlessly and leave them with something that they will remember. There are a few good examples on our website, www.gfb.org/YF, of individuals who did a nice job with the opening statement. There are also videos on our site to general discussion meet footage that I'd encourage you to view. I'd encourage you to take a few moments to develop a framework of ideas for each of your opening statements as you research these questions. Come back and develop these ideas as you go along, and the week before our conference, really start memorizing them. Talk them out to your spouse or friends and get their feedback. A closing statement is just that. It's an opportunity to close out the discussion and wrap up conversation. This is a time to thank fellow panel members, reflect upon the discussion, and make your final plea on the way in which you think we should proceed moving forward. This is your last opportunity to impress the judges, so while you can't necessarily script a closing statement, at least spend some time thinking about how you would like to present your closing statement. It never hurts to bring the conversation back to your farm or your community and how the problem at hand affects you and what Farm Bureau can and should do to address the issue. The videos I mentioned that are found on our website offer good insight on how a closing statement can and should sound. This is a great event and can be a lot of fun for contestants. I encourage you to spend time prior to Jekyll Island preparing for this competition. I'd also encourage you to go to American Farm Bureau's website, www.fb.org. Under the tab Programs, choose the Young Farmer and Ranchers link. Upon clicking that link, click on Discussion Meet on the right-hand side of your screen. This link will take you to the 2013-2014 AFBF Final Four competition. Watching these 4 competitors will give you a good idea on what it will take to win on the state and national level. A few closing thoughts as you get ready for the 2014 Georgia Farm Bureau Young Farmer Discussion Meet. 1. Bring 2 ideas or concepts to the table about each topic. These thoughts should be well researched. 2. Develop an opening statement for each question that you are very comfortable with. 3. Practice your opening statement in front of friends and family. Make sure that you are under 30 seconds. 4. Know Georgia Farm Bureau policies within the subject area of each question. 5. Know both sides of the issues. Your way may not always be the best way. Be prepared for someone to have a differing viewpoint. 6. Read Georgia Farm Bureau publications for resources. GFB staff does a great job of providing ag news. Georgia Farm Bureau news magazines, leadership alerts, and the Georgia Farm Monitor will help aid you in gathering pertinent information. I'm looking forward to a great competition this year. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact your district field representative or myself. I look forward to seeing you all on Jekyll Island in just a few weeks.